Now safety base is down. I've cut off the top. I want to keep this root straight through. Now I want to keep my hand away from the blade, so I'll come on either side and push straight through. Okay, this side. As we notice with a knife, when we push down straight, it won't cut us, even though it's a very sharp knife. But when you run your thumb along, I'm not going to do that, because if you run your thumb along, it will cut you. So when people just simply chop, they push through, it's not as efficient as pushing and sliding and slicing or cutting. All right? So I have my safety base, cut in half, I bench my knife, now I peel. We're going to peel the onion. The quickest, most efficient way for me is to go for the skin, but also the first layer, because sometimes the first layer is also hard and has some skin on it. So there's a little bit, maybe more waste here, but it's the quicker way rather than trying to only get the skin, and then the skin is going to take you 15 minutes just to get the skin off, and that's a waste of employee time, effort, and energy. And you see it's taking me way longer just to peel the doggone skin than it would be to simply take off the first layer along with the first skin. And there we go. Right. Again, I have my root here on both sides. It's going to hold it together. Now, culinary school, knife, pinch method of holding, wrap around, full control, is to slide in from the side twice or 3 times, whatever it is. So this is that technique. Rocket, holding your hand at an angle where there's no way that you can go through. If your fingers are down, you might go through your fingers. So this way, same thing with cutting a loaf of bread. And then you come through again at an angle, rocking the knife a little bit back and forth. Okay. Now I want to cut 1/4 inches straight down, straight down. Now the trick is I'm keeping the back together with this core. So I'm simply going straight down, straight down, straight down, straight down. Okay. And then I push and slide straight through at about 1/4 inch. Okay. And these will become small dice. They naturally fall apart, and especially if you've cut the double cut sideways, it'll come together and be a nice small dice. Okay. Another method for me. So again, I bench my knife, and we use the bench scraper as our transfer tool. Safer. I'm adding it to the tomatoes that I did a little bit ago for our salsa. Okay. The method I use is, I feel, is equally, instead of going sideways and wasting that amount of time, which takes me and students too much time to go sideways, I forego that portion. I just simply do what I call the peacock or turkey feather method. So it's naturally rounded, the onion naturally rounded. So I'm going to go at an angle as I go through. Again, I'm still keeping back from the end so that this root portion will hold everything together. If I cut that off, it'll start to fall apart on me and I won't have as much control. So now I call this the peacock method. 1/4 inch, just going in a circle or semicircle, half circle, right? Now I'll put it together and I push. The layers are naturally going to allow for the dice. Again, it's a little bit quicker for me. You get to choose how you'd like to do it. That's it. So bench my knife, use my bench scraper to transfer product into my salsa. The next step will be jalapeno pepper, a little cilantro, a little bit of lime juice. See you in a minute. Thank you very much.